Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 25 of Strive to Survive Season 2. And as you can see, I've been gathering some resources off camera. So I'm going to head down here to our storage area and show you one of the other additions. So we've changed up the way this looks a little bit. Remember I said I'm going to make it easier to get in and out of this room, so I did that. And we made a staircase that goes down this way. I've actually started work on another room below this that will eventually turn into our brewing area. Hopefully. That's actually what this episode is going to be about, is trying to find a fortress in the Nether. And I haven't really been able to find one. I've been doing a lot of exploring down in the Nether off camera, because I don't think it's that crucial for this Let's Play to show every bit of exploration in the Nether, just the important parts. So that's what I've kind of been trying to do, is cut out a lot of the, tedious just searching around for stuff. But what we're going to do this episode is, well, let me dump a lot of this stuff that I gathered. I tried to replenish our oh, those were spruce leaves. Well, I got birch leaves to replace them. So, there's that. We're going to hang on to the rest of this stuff, because I have a feeling we're going to need it, because I've actually dug myself into quite a predicament in the Nether. And I want to drop off the rest of this netherrack if we can. You can kind of see exactly how much digging I've done. Yeah, those are completely full. So, at least we got rid of another stack. But yeah, let's head down into the Nether. And another objective is to refill our lava bucket, because I have that fueling this. Let's top those off. Drop these bricks in here before we head down. There we go. Alright, so we're heading into the Nether. And let's make sure we have everything we need. We've got some arrows. We've got a decent sword. Well, relatively decent. And we've got a bunch of sand. And I have a plan on how I want to attack this little predicament I'm in. So, like I said, that's what this episode's going to be about. So what I've been doing is I've been kind of branching off from our portals and going out about 100 spaces or so, and then kind of digging down and trying to see if there's anything there interesting. And right now we are on the path to the portal of our mining expedition. So that's kind of where we're headed right now. And we're going to make a right here. And I've started to dig up, because if you remember correctly, everything under this layer is just lava. So I went up to make sure we wouldn't hit any more of that. And we're going to head down this way. So I went about 100 spaces this way. Or close to, maybe closer to 50. This way, and then I made a left, and we're headed back out this way. So right now we are traveling on the z-axis, and we're actually at x negative 62, so roughly about 50 spaces from our portal, and we're just heading out. And I'll show you guys the numbers again once we get to our current destination. So basically, the Nether, for me, has been a bunch of giant lava pools, and it probably is for you too. And so I actually did some dropping down over here a little bit, and this is actually our destination right now. It's x negative 62, z 322, and you can hear the cave sound. So we'll open this up. So as you can see, there's land down there at least. Although it's on fire, it's not a giant pool of lava. So that's going to be our destination this episode, is getting down to that land safely. Now, I guess the easiest way that I've found to do this is to make a gravel ladder. And the way you do that is you do exactly what I have here. You open up one spot, and use the gravity of gravel to, drop your blocks down, until they finally get back up to you, which, as we can see, is going to take a very, very long time. So that's why I got all this sand. The dangerous part about doing this, now, I mean, you could use gravel or sand, it doesn't matter. Sand was just easier for me to gather, so. The dangerous part about doing this is once you get to the top, and the sand fills this hole here, then the only way to really get down is to column down through the sand using a shovel, which isn't bad except for the ghast. So right now, normally what we do in the overworld is just start, with a shovel or our hand, digging straight down. But the problem is, like I said, you have no protection if you do that. So what I've decided to do is go out one space on each side, so basically everywhere the torches are right now, and put another column of sand, and then I'll go ahead and drill down the middle of it. That way, I mean, sand has 0 blast resistance, so if a ghast was to hit us while we were standing on this platform, we'd be finished. So, but at least this way, the ghast won't be able to see us because we'll be in the center of it. So then what we'll do is we'll go down the center, and you can hear a ghast right now actually. We'll go down the center, then we'll ladder back up, and then I'm going to shore up those defenses. I'm going to replace the sand one by one with cobblestone. It'll be a huge pain, but I think that's probably the safest way to do it. So that's my plan for this episode, guys, is to get down there. I've already done step 1. The next step is going to be to fill these other holes up, and I'm going to do that off camera. I'm also going to go ahead and put a staircase up here because it's a pain jumping up this every time I come back to this area. So give me a couple minutes, guys. I'll do that, and then I'll catch back up with you when we're ready to go down the center. See you soon. Alright guys, we're back again, and as you can see, I used up almost all of the sand I brought. We had 54 left after I did all that, but unfortunately I forgot to bring any cobble along, so that's why we're back at the base now. We're going to need quite a bit from the amount of sand that I used. We're going to need a lot of cobble to get down there, so I'm going to go ahead and grab 4 stacks, and I'm hoping that will be enough. And then we're going to need, well, let's see how much sticks, because I plan to ladder down, like I said. So let's see how many sticks we can get using that. That should be enough to build a decent amount of ladders. And we still have, well, 1 stack left effectively. So yeah, I think we'll have enough, hopefully, to get down to that level. So what I'll do, I have to run all the way back there, and it's quite a run. So I'll catch up with you guys as soon as we're actually back at that little sand tower we've been working on. So see you soon. Okay guys, we are back, and we've got the creepy music going and everything. So I built these stairs to get down here because, like I said, it was kind of a pain. You can see that I've completed our little sand tower, so we should be able to go down the middle of this without a problem. I dropped a crafting bench here for our stairs, and because my shovel's not looking so hot. So I definitely don't want to get halfway down this and then, not have a shovel. So we'll use our old shovel first, then we'll start our work with the new shovel. We also need to make our ladders, which I almost forgot to do, which would have been pretty bad. So 27 ladders. I know from how much sand I used to get down there, that's not going to be enough. Let's see. 42 ladders is probably closer to what we're going to need, but I still don't think that's going to be enough. So I'd rather have more than less in this case, because I definitely don't want to get halfway down this and have to stop. Let's go with 54. If we need to come back up, it'll be a pain, but at least we'll have the ladders there, sort of. So let's start going down. Now we know we're not going to run into anything doing this. We're going to run into some light issues, though, that's for sure. That's something I didn't really think about. But let's go ahead and do this. So at least we've got these ladders on this side, and what I'm going to start doing is on this side we're going to start digging this out, and we'll replace it with cobblestone. That way we can put torches. And this is going to be kind of a slow and tedious process. But you can see we're not really that high up anymore. We've come down quite a bit. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and use our... Yeah, we've kind of wrecked our shovel. We're going to use our little trick of facing the ladder, and then the item will appear behind us. So... that's actually pretty good. We don't want that big of a gap, though. We don't want to be able to be shot at. So, put another torch right about here. Oops, can't. 1, 2, 3. Put another torch. 1, 2, and is that the top? I think that's actually the top. That is the top. Okay, so far we've come down about this far. We got to keep going. So let's grab our shovel that's about to break and keep going. And that's it for that shovel. So see, good thing we brought another spare shovel. That's about far enough for now. And I'd really like to have this column that we're putting the ladders on. I would love it if that was cobblestone, but it's not. So we gotta make do with what we have. It's gonna make things a lot harder in the end because, well, basically we'll have to reverse the position of all the ladders. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. And let's head back up, securing this as we go. Just about every 3. Well, actually, that works. So we should be getting, as we can see, we're getting kind of close to the ground, relatively speaking. And we know, since we put gravel in the center column, once we hit gravel here, we're pretty close. But we can also tell by looking out this side over here. The dangerous thing about what I'm doing is if we were to hit this side with the shovel, it would wreck all of our ladders. So that's why we're kind of taking it slow, guys. I really don't want to mess this up. So... down and back up. Whoop. 4's okay. That's good. Perfect. Okay. So we have got to be getting close to the bottom of this. And we're just going to keep going down to... Okay, so we're to our gravel, so we know we are close to the bottom at this point. So let's go ahead and dig this out. And we can see by looking out this this side that we're clearing up that we're darn close to the bottom here. So see our sand everywhere. Put another torch. Okay, good. Alright, so let's get to the bottom of this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. I think that should be the last piece. Yep, we're on nether rock. So we are on the ground. And yeah, that's what we don't want to happen. Because yeah, if he hit any part of our tower here, we are in big trouble. To say the least. But it looks like he pretty much missed. Yeah, ghasts are very scary when you're tunneling up and down, and it would be a lot scarier if we would have not done this the way we did. So now I guess my job becomes, you know, securing this tunnel so that it's safe, and we don't have to worry about the ghast even hitting this sand. So that's not something I'm going to make you guys watch, though. That's going to be extremely boring. Basically, I'm going to dig this all the way down on this side and then dig it all the way back up. Same thing on this side. And then we will move the ladder to one of the sides that I've completed and fill in this last side. Because right now, if we bust the sand on this side, all the ladders will drop, which is my fear. So yeah, not fun. Not fun at all. We can't even use the ladder trick to help us build this side. So it's gonna be a pain, but it's gotta be done. So let me do most of that off camera, guys. And it looks like the ghast actually shot the top of this for some reason. Or maybe the side. Yeah, I think he shot the side. So since he's on that side, I'm going to work on this side, and I'll catch up with you guys when that's all finished, and we'll check out what we've built. Alright, see you soon. Alright guys, I'm back, and actually that did not take as long as I thought it was going to. I kind of found a couple more tricks, like if you sidestep into the ladder like that, you can basically just go up and keep placing blocks. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to. And we also took care of that little ghast problem by shooting him through one of our, actually might have been this one, through one of our little sniper holes here. So hopefully that's resolved. Another thing that happened that I wasn't anticipating was the sand, when it was falling, actually crushed one of the zombie pigmen. So hopefully they're not too upset with me over that, considering it was kind of their own fault. And it kind of looks like they're not. It kind of looks like they forgive me. But okay, now the moment of truth. We need to get I don't know how I'm going to do this, to be honest. Well, if worst comes to worst, we can just tunnel back up. So, but we need to get all these ladders and move them to one of these two sides, and I'm kind of leaning towards this side just because. So I want all of those ladders, and I'm hoping what will happen is when I bust this piece of sand right here, the cascade effect will cause all of the ladders to just fall. I'll collect them all, and then we can go back up. That's the plan. I guess we'll see in a second if that's what happens. Well, for the most part, they all fell. A couple of them got stuck, but it could have been a lot worse. They could have all fell to the outside, and then hello, there we go. Yeah, they could have all fell to the outside, and that would have been really bad. So let's get our ladder back set up. Yeah, so we did lose a couple because I had 6 left over before we started that little portion of the project, and now we're down to 1 total. But I guess it could be a lot worse. Like I said, we could have had to tunnel back up using sand. And we're going to go back down to the bottom and kind of finish this off. So you can see that that creates kind of a cool effect as the sand cascades down on itself. But yeah, once we're done with this, then we can actually go see what, if anything, this little tower of sand has yielded us, because we're now in a completely different part of the Nether than when we started. Well, I mean, we're still in the same Nether, but it's very far away from our starting base, and I'm hoping that we'll find something around here, like a fortress or something of that nature, because we just weren't finding anything by the old base. So yeah, that's the plan anyways. We got a little bit of a lag spike there, but yeah, so you can see I'm just holding up against the ladder and just going up, placing blocks as I go. So it really doesn't take that long to do this. You do use a lot of materials, but it's definitely the safest way I've found to get into the Nether. Or, well, not really get into the Nether, but get down from a high height in the Nether, because we are at right now y equals 110, and at the bottom of this we're probably around y equals 50 or y equals 60, so we came down quite a bit just based upon the amount of ladders that we used here. And we'll see exactly what we're at in a second here. Yeah, we're at y equals 62 when we get to the bottom of this. There's some of our ladders. Whoops. Scary, scary. Someone's shooting at us. Never a good thing. Let's kind of build this out a little bit, because I want to put a door on this. There we go. That should be good. Then we can put a door here. And yeah, this will be a lot more secure. Get out of here, ghast. Let's see if we can snipe them like we did the last one. Yeah, so that zombie pigman's not happy, but that's his own fault. There he is. Yeah, so he's gone. So that's why I leave these little holes. They're good for placing torches, and they're also good for defending yourself. So, yeah. Let's see here. Should we go exploring a little bit? I think we probably should. I mean, we went through all this, and let's get some food back on the bar. That way, if we happen to run into something bad, it won't be terrible. Where are we? I guess let's kind of... There's another ghast. This area apparently has a lot of ghast in it. At least our bow is pretty decent, so we can kind of one-shot them at this point. They're not a huge threat. Well, this here is actually soul sand. It's one of the things that we came down here for. You can tell because we move quite slowly on it. And I want to get about 16 pieces of this in the hopes that we eventually will find some nether wart and we'll be able to grow it on this. And we'll kind of just patch that up. How many did we get? 12. Alright, well, we need about 4 more. That should do us pretty good there. That's 16. Okay, so that's one of the things that we actually wanted, surprisingly. So that's a good start, I guess. And we can hear there's more ghasts. I just don't want to fall down in any holes. I'm going to start venturing out this way, and I'm going to leave some torches behind me. That way I know which ways I've actually gone. And let's see what's over here. A whole lot of nothing, it looks like. Oh, there's another ghast. It's time to retreat back to our little pillar, which actually looks pretty cool. But yeah, guys, that'll be it for this episode. I'm going to do a little bit more exploring. If I find something cool over here, then I'll definitely start recording again and let you guys see it. But at least we got down. You can see that's where we were up in the ceiling. We're all the way down at this level. Maybe we have to go down even further. Maybe we got to go back up. Who knows? But at least we've got a plan now. We're making some progress in this nether. And yeah, at least the zombie pigmen aren't upset with us again. So, alright guys, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.